question 1. Okay, so in triangle KLM, KM is 18 centimeters, sine K is 0.4, sine L is equal to 0.9, and our job is to calculate the length of LM. 3 marks. Then there's this little curious thing here, non-calculator. This is one of the very rare occurrences, well, it's getting less and less rare as the years go on now, where you now see trigonometry in a non-calculator situation. So, what we have here is, our job is to find out the length of LM. The only time that you need to use a calculator is to actually find the sine or the cosine or the tan of an angle in trig. All the rest of it is just pure algebraic manipulation and then substitution. And what they've really done here is they have done the calculator bit for you. Because if you think about it, if you were given an angle, when you are working out a side, you press the sine of that angle to get an answer. That's what they've done here. They have given you what the answer actually is. So, let's start off, let's label our sides. So, if that's angle K, this will be side K. If that's angle L, this will be side L. If that's angle M, this will be side M. Okay, so what rule are we going to use? It's going to be the sine rule. Why is it the sine rule? Because it says there in the question, you're dealing with sines. Okay? So we don't even need to think about what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with sine K, so we're dealing with that angle. We're dealing with sine L, so it's going to be that angle. You can even see from the diagram, it is the sine rule because we have side over the opposite angle. And then it's going to be side over the angle that we also have. Okay, so from your exam booklet, you would see A over sine A is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. Let's rewrite it as K over sine K is equal to L over sine L is equal to M over sine M. Tick off what we know. Well, we know what side L is. We know what sine L is. We know what sine K is. And we want to work out the side that's called K. So we are really working with K over sine K is equal to L over sine L. We don't need this third fraction here. Okay, so let's start to put some values in then. So that's going to give me K over sine K. Now, this is the difficulty with this question. So many people would then panic and think, I need to work out sine of 0.4 without a calculator. No, that's not the case. It's K over sine K, and you're told what sine K is, so don't ever think that in a non-calculator paper you would ever be asked to work out the sine or the cosine or the tan of an angle without a calculator. It's not the 1980s. So it's going to be K over 0.4 is equal to L, which is 18, over 0.9. And then all we need to do is just process that. Now, here's our next issue. How on earth do we work with this? We've got decimals. My trick for doing this is try not to work with decimals. K over 0.4 is equal to 18 over 0.9. This could get really messy really quickly. And I'm going to show you a way of doing it so that you don't need to worry about the decimals. So the trick is, don't use decimals. Remember what you can do if you have an equation. If you multiply one side of an equation by something, as long as you do the same to the other side, you will always still get the same answer. The equation still balances. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to multiply my fractions by 10. As long as you do the same to top and bottom and the same to both sides, the equation is still balanced. This just has the effect of getting rid of the decimals and making it slightly easier to work with. So let's do that. So that's going to be 10k over 4 is equal to 180 over 9. And then all we need to do is just process that. So let's go ahead, let's cross multiply. So that's going to be 10k times 9 is equal to 4 times 180. So that'll be 90k is equal to 4 times 180, which will give me 720. So k is going to be 720 divided by 90, which is the same as just saying 72 divided by 9, so k has to be 8. Another way we could have done that would be just to work out 180 divided by 9. So alternatively, we could have said 10k over 4 is equal to 180 divided by 9 would give us 20. And then multiply both sides by 4 to get 10k is equal to 80. So k is equal to 8. Probably a lot quicker than the way I did it in blue there, but the blue method was just how my brain approached that there. Okay? You might have just thought go the green way, and that's absolutely fine if that suited you best. Make sure we answer the question. The question is saying find the length of LM. Let's just confirm that. So we can say therefore LM is equal to, and make sure you always give your units, it's centimetres. So LM is equal to 8 centimetres. Okay.